It's not quite the dog days of summer yet, but the Panhandle Humane Society is at capacity and hoping the public can help with an influx of adoptions. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a Scottsbluff nonprofit agency is calling on the public to help them with a hairy situation, as the Panhandle Humane Society is currently overflowing with cats. Executive Director Amy Bartholomew says the time of late spring, early summer tends to be their busiest time with kittens and strays coming in, and this year is no exception.
We have more than 50 cats in our building right now. Not all are available for adoption. We have a lot of kittens, and still some waiting to get fixed before they're available for adoption. And we still have a mama dog that needs foster with her puppies. So looking for a good place for her. And the shelter's not a great place for a dog with puppies, so some place for them to land for about 7 weeks would be great.
The adoption cost for kittens is $85, and there's also a lot of cats aged 1 year and older that are just $50 for adoption, which includes their spay or neuter, microchipping, and vaccinations. So if you have space in your heart and your home to help one of these cute furballs with a forever home, you can swing by the Panhandle Humane Society daily from 1 to 4 to see if you could find that perfect feline for your home. Well, a June 23rd preliminary hearing date has been set for a Scottsbluff man facing a pair of felony drug charges stemming from controlled buys conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force 2 years ago. Court documents say that 2 counts of distribution of a controlled substance were filed in July last year against 44-year-old Brent Gukison, who was extradited last week from Iowa. In their affidavit, investigators say he sold methamphetamine to a CI twice in May of 2023 with a combined total weight of 5.8 grams. Bond in the case was set at $200,000 at 10% during his initial appearance in Scottsbluff County Court on Friday. And the Gering Public School Board will be back to full strength at its next meeting following the selection of a successor to Brian Copsey. During a special meeting last evening, the board selected Brian Barrett to fill the post following open interviews of Barrett and the other finalist, Conagher Stumpf. When asked why he wanted to take a seat on the board, Barrett said he relied heavily on the experiences of his 2 children going through the Gering school system.
Number one, I believe in serving our community, and I don't think there's a better way to do that than serving the youth of our community to build that future and build that stronger. I've seen, as I mentioned, firsthand the quality of the staff and the teachers that Gering schools have. For example, Mr. Thompson and his speech team was really instrumental to my oldest son finding himself. Excuse me. Really made a difference in his life.
The vice president ag lender at Platte Valley Bank said while school financing may be different, he would be able to lean on his experience to help the district navigate financial matters. Board President Greg Troutman said the district would have had an excellent addition with either candidate, and he encouraged Stumpf to run next year when seats on the board are up for election. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Welcome back. The Nebraska Department of Correctional Services is in the process of reviewing bids for the new 1,512 multi-custody facility to replace the Nebraska State Penitentiary. Bids were received through June 3rd, with bids submitted have a joint venture of Clark Construction and MCL Construction, Hossman Construction, and another joint venture between Sampson Construction and Cattle Construction. NDCS Director Rob Jeffrey says all of the bids received will keep the project within the proposed budget and the funding appropriated by the legislature. He says they look forward to launching construction and appreciate all Nebraskans who have supported this rehabilitation-focused facility. And in an attempt to quell rumors surrounding the ongoing investigation into multiple shootings of public officials in Minnesota, the Nebraska State Patrol has issued a statement. They say they are aware of rumors that a Nebraskan or multiple Nebraskans were among the list of names created by the suspect in this weekend's shooting of public officials in Minnesota. The State Patrol has been in contact with the FBI regarding this case, and at this point there is no known threat to any Nebraskan, nor have the names of any Nebraskans been located on any such list. However, the patrol will coordinate with the FBI and Minnesota authorities should the ongoing investigation reveal any connection to Nebraska.
Your home deserves a better hello. Swing into summer with a brand new entry or patio door. Get 20% off every door plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Enjoy an extra 5% off your entire project if purchased on initial consultation. That's up to 25% in savings on an upgrade your home will thank you for. But hurry, these hot summer deals won't last long. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
In a world of sales pitches and quick fixes, Nebraska Extension stands apart, not to sell, but serve. Before influencers and algorithms, county agents, now educators, bring research to your farm.
For more than 4 decades, Keith Gluen embodied that work. His passion traces back to a small Dutch farming community in Wisconsin.
God, family, and community came first, but there, the Green Bay Packers were second. And third was the Holstein cow.
That close-knit upbringing planted seeds of curiosity and collaboration that would guide his career, starting with his studies in Wisconsin.
I had an instructor that created fire in my belly for agronomy.
Grad school brought him to Nebraska, and in 1980, he chose Saunders County, working in a bustling building, often interrupted by visitors.
We had a 3-educator office, or 3-agent office. And it was in the Veterans Memorial Building. And the Veterans Memorial Building was a unique place because in the basement was a bar and a large meeting room. And upstairs on one wing was the extension office, but then in the middle there was a large area for the FSA office. And then on the right, or on the east wing, there was the NRCS office. So we had a lot of traffic in that building. And that, at times I was very critical of it because it was hard to get work done. You were at their mercy, so to speak. And I'd come back to work at nights just to catch up, but it was a good opportunity to meet a lot of people.
Keith helped transition the county office to the Eastern Nebraska Research and Extension Center, sparking new possibilities.
Beginning in the early 90s, he helped found what grew into the On-Farm Research Network. What started across 3 counties grew statewide.
Yeah, I think it was the early 90s we started that project. We went to the Nebraska Soybean Board and got some funding for it. And they were funding partners to this day. I had to have farmers coming in and say, okay, I had product A and I had product B, and I split the field in half, and product B doesn't work. And I said, well, you can't do that. I said, why not? I said, because you got variability across this field, and you don't know where the variability is. Yeah. I do too. I know my fields better than anybody. Well, one year, one of the first years I was working, I went with a farmer. In those days, we didn't have yield monitors. We had weigh wagons though, and I got my hands on a weigh wagon, and we harvested and weighed each round in his soybean field. And then I figured out the yields per round, and I showed a yield gradient across the field. Now, was it due to moisture? Possibly. Was it due to different soil? Possibly. And I used that to show farmers you can't then split the field in half. And that's really how we got things kicked off with the On-Farm Research Network.
Trials range from cover crops to lime applications on dryland acres, saving farmers real dollars and steering clear of miracle products that often fell short. Keith also pioneered the Soybean Management Field Days, a cornerstone of grower education.
Driving around the state looking for sites really opened my eyes to the diversity of Nebraska agriculture in how we grow corn and soybeans. From O'Neill to Hazard to McCook to Brewster to Stella and all places in between. It's amazing how we grow corn and soybeans differently across the state.
From irrigation management to the crop management diagnostic clinics, Keith's work brought research to the farm.
Clientele can say, it saved me X number of dollars per acre, or I save so much in this input cost or whatever. But the real gratification comes when they shake your hand and look you in the eye and you know it's for real.
At the heart of Keith's career, relationships. He built trust with commodity groups, county supervisors, and most importantly, farmers.
That was the fuel that kept the fire burning in my belly.
In retirement, Keith's curiosity continues.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a splash of creativity is brightening up First Avenue in Scottsbluff, with the Potter's Wheel building in downtown Scottsbluff getting a makeover thanks to a special intergenerational art project led by the West Nebraska Art Center. What started as a paint-by-number mural project with WNAC's Elder Class, guided by Mary Hunt, it's now being brought to life by the center's youth art camp students. Inspired by traditional barn quilts, the mural was the idea of Executive Director Michelle Denton and designed by Hunt, celebrating the spirit of reuse, transformation, and beauty, echoing the mission of the Potter's Wheel, where donated goods are turned into meaningful help for neighbors facing food insecurity. This artistic endeavor is part of a larger effort by the Creative Beat Committee to add vibrancy and color to downtown Scottsbluff, one wall at a time. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.